We have in the studio of POF Television the Chairman of Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, Ekiti State University branch at Ekiti, Comrade Temidayo Aziz Aguda. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
You're welcome. What is the issue between your association and the government at the moment?
There's no doubt about it that we have an agreement signed by the union, not only SSANU and NASU, with the federal government. The problem we are having is the breach of that agreement. That is the problem. And as a matter of fact, this agreement came up in 2009. Ordinarily, the agreement is supposed to be, renewed for 5 years. But what we are saying is that the agreement reached in 2009 that is subject to review has not been implemented as we are talking in 2024.
Even the original agreement?
Yes. And as a matter of fact, sometimes 2022, there was a strike, industrial action in respect of the breach of that agreement. And union, when you push union to the wall, there is always last resort, which is strike. Even though we are not happy, going on strike. But when the center cannot hold, the last resort is to show our anger through, industrial action from the time immemorial. And the stop salary of university workers. Eventually, that was during President Buhari regime, and it didn't snowball to the current administration under Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Eventually, they succeeded in paying that of academic staff, leaving the non-teaching staff unpaid. Wow. And that is a big question, and that is the essence of showing our annoyance to the government. You have 2 children, a child is well fed, and the other one not fed. There is no doubt about it. There will be a kind of agitation, and that is exactly what we are having right away.
But you said the dispute is between SSANU and the federal government.
Yes.
But you are in a state-owned university, Ekiti State University. So why does it concern you? Or how does it concern you?
Union is union. There is no SSANU state base. There is no federal university base. Whether state or federal university, university is universal. We are one. But as we are thinking globally, we can as well act locally. Even before the directive of the national bodies of SSANU and NASU that we should embark on protest, we have our local agitation already.
Beyond that
of national. I think sometimes sometimes this year, no, let me say last year, precisely during the governor explained on 28th of December 2023. There was this...
In this present administration?
Yes. There was an insinuation, probably that government was not owing Ekiti State University the monthly subvention given, and that probably they are owing EKSU just a month's salary for the year 2018. Immediately, we corrected that impression to the member of public because the ministry that was scheduled, with the responsibility of providing that kind of information wrongly, they provided that information wrongly, and we immediately corrected it, and it was verified empirically that government of Ekiti State as at then was owing Ekiti State University 2 months subvention in 2018 and 2 months subvention in the last year.
That's 2023.
2023, November and December. Now that snowball.
Making 4 months.
4 months. That snowball to our Congress, which of course we had the same Congress that we had in February 2024, 1st of February 2024. You understand? We had the same Congress repeating the same thing we agitated for in February 1st, 2024. As we are talking, the state government still withheld. I don't want to say they are not owing this time around, because information has it that the governor has graciously approved the subvention, but the implementation is in the hand of the appropriate ministry, which is Finance and Accountant General. Up till now, they withheld it for no reason. As I'm talking, the government is still having our December subvention in
2023.
Yes, 2023 December subvention in July 2024.
That is the only one remaining?
No, I am just telling you the current one. The another one is for January 2024. January 2024, there was I think February 2024, there was a proclamation made by the government. They added to the subvention of all the subventing institutions in Ekiti State. For that month of January, the only incremental aspect of it was only released for EKSU, leaving the main subvention. As we are talking now, we are still having December 2023, we are still having January 2024 subvention in the unpaid in the Ministry of Finance.
What about the outstanding in 2018 that you spoke about?
We still have that too, making 4 as I'm talking now with the government. So the agitation is already there because we have been managing the situation. If you can confirm, we are one of the leading university in terms of a stable academic calendar in the recent time. The reason why we are doing that is not far from the fact that we seriously believe in the government of our brother and one of us who is an integral part of the university in respect of the visitor to the university.
And he is an alumnus.
That is the truth about the matter. And coupled with our interaction, the chemistry of relationship between the university and the body of global alumni of the university. Of course, we belong to that association and we must respect the value of our university. We have been trying to manage the situation, but the thing, we can't continue that way. The reason is that our people are dying in hunger. Imagine somebody that cannot boast of having 500 naira in his pocket, having a family of 5. How do we transport ourselves to campus? As we are talking, this is what? This is July. July what? Today should be 10.
July 10.
10.
Yeah.
We have not taken June salary with this harsh, with this precarious financial situation, with this harsh economy. And let me tell you, not only that, part of our money that's supposed to be, remitted in our various cooperative society as a result of non-release of the subvention, because that subvention will come, their internal generated revenue in the university will be added to cater for the welfare of staff. I don't know. We have only one governor in the state who can provide, leadership, who has the approving power. And when approving power is there, giving approval for a particular ministry to implement and remain unimplemented. I think the member of public should help us talk with the Commissioner of Finance and Accountant General in this regard.
What effort has your union made so far with the Ministry of Finance?
I am telling you sincerely, this thing is a hierarchical instruction. You understand? We have council, we have management, we have written several letters through management to council. In fact, the last council head recently, our people went to council in respect of that. The only thing, information from council was that the bursar of the university, through our memo, will read to the council the number of subvention that is still with the government unpaid. And from, you can imagine, from that time to this time, they have had nothing less than 3-4 council meetings. And we are not saying the council members should not take their honorarium. They are taking the necessary thing that belong to them, because we believe we can be there one day. We won't want anybody to disrupt or disturb us from taking our entitlement. But what is important is that they should put our own interest in the heart. As a matter of fact, our welfare should be matter, because we are the one. In fact, good and fine, no, I can't deceive you. We used to receive commendation messages from council, thanking the union, thanking the staffers. But that does not translate to putting rice on the table for my child. In fact, we must commend the governor openly in his speech during the last convocation in Ekiti State University. He commended us, even the union leaders. But when it goes to a stage, when the center cannot hold, we will ask questions. And that was the reason today. Yesterday, there was a serious meeting among all the unions in the university. That was the reason the protest that we supposed to have done yesterday.
Yes.
Early this morning, we did the carryover. And we informed the member of public that they should save us from the hand of the Ministry of Finance and Accountant General.
Not in the hands of the governor himself.
We are aware. The governor is, you know him now. Everybody is prone to verification, is empirical. You don't need to be told the dichotomy, the sharp distinction between the last administration and this administration. We gave it to the governor. We give kudos to him. We are aware that the governor had approved long time ago. You can consider the duration of 6 months. And the same protest embarked on today, we embark upon it February 1st, still on the same agenda. As a matter of fact, we must sincerely appreciate the body of alumni, the engineer Bamishayi of this world, who is their global president. They are doing wonderfully, and the new chancellor. I want to tell you, we're supposed to have made all these things known to the public, but we did not want to welcome the new chancellor with that kind. He understood it, they briefed him, and we are aware that he's on top of the situation, but we need our stakeholders to put more effort. The Ashiwaju Adetuberu, Dr. Adetuberu of this world, we are aware he was part of us before, but he's now at the other side of the table. You know, when you are in government, there is this ethics, professional ethics, but notwithstanding, we are still begging him. The Adetuberu we used to know, the you in him that made him the you he is, the ethical value in him, we are telling him not to forget it and inform the appropriate quarters that the university where he graduated and had his MSc degree and PhD degree is still there, and there is need for us to come together to take it to the next level.
And as a matter of fact, Adetuberu is the major person who started to agitate for an alumnus of the university to become a governor in Ekiti State. Am I right?
And that is why we are here together. That is why we are somehow being careful in our agitation. And that was the reason it took us this long. And we have brought up a kind of early warnings. Let me put S. But when the thing is not yielding, there is no way you will convince those people that are hungry at home, that must be at work by 8 o'clock. Only God knows where to close. We cannot appeal to that person who is hungry. Remember, you know, if you want to buy pepper, now, if you have 10,000 and you think you can cook soup before, hardly will you use that money to buy pepper. Not to talk of food. Somebody was telling me today that, comrade, are you aware that beans has overtaken rice?
In terms of cost?
Yes. Can you buy yam now? Then they should put our interests at heart, considering the precarious financial situation and the hardship in the land.
So Ekiti State is grappling with two different problems. That's Ekiti State University,
yes.
Staff.
Yeah.
Apart from the national dispute, there is another one with the state government.
Yes.
So how do we solve these two problems?
Well, as a matter of fact, I mentioned it that the stakeholders, we were informed that they are working. You know, but you don't tell the blind that the market is over. If he cannot see, he can hear the sound. And when you push a goal to the wall, it will definitely turn back at you. We have said a lot. We have met with the stakeholders, you understand. And as a matter of fact, we have informed our Vice Chancellor, Professor Ediola Nipeko, time without number. They say we are showing understanding. There are some of us that through that understanding, they are already in the grave because they cannot finance their health services.
You mean some people have actually died?
Yes. Yes. You know, when you cannot take care of your health condition. As a matter of fact, they should, as they are thinking about themselves, they should put our condition. They should not show sympathy. They should be empathetic in nature. As a matter of fact, it is high time for everybody, member of public, to know that
How do you sum up the burden of debt on the government now, the state government, in respect of Ekiti State University?
It's running to 1 billion plus. And these are our money, part of which is supposed to go to our various cooperative society. Yes. And looking at we have told Professor Ediola Nipeko, whoever that knows him should let him know. He should ask from the Vice Chancellor of other university, neighboring states. The palliative approved to us, the palliative approved by the federal government as a palliative measure to the less privileged. We are the less privileged. Yes, we are the less privileged. It's like when somebody says, you don't need to spend money on Ori Mekuno. This is one. You understand? The federal government, the Nigeria University, through the federal government, they said they should give us 35,000. And that is why we are still telling our professor, the Vice Chancellor, that he should ask from other universities how much they pay, including the neighboring state here. All the university there, higher institution there, we compare notes. We do meet at NEC. We are still expecting our 35,000 naira palliative from the management of Ekiti State University.
Up to now.
Up to now.
It was supposed to be one off, am I right?
They said it's there for the period of 6 months.
Okay.
The first instance.
Okay.
And out of a month, the Vice Chancellor has succeeded paying half of it, which is 15,000. No, which is not even up to half. 15,000 naira out of 35,000 for 1 month.
And only one?
Yes. Ever since then.
How long ago?
Almost 2 months ago. So, look at all this scenario. And for us, our staff of the university, our staff, we have been enduring. Is that endurance that we pay my children's school fees? Some of us, we are still learning. We are also trying to have higher degree. Some with probably secondary school want to have BSc. They are there. Out of this money, peanut that we are taking. Truly speaking, there is a very hardship in the land. But as a matter of fact, when you are giving me what is due for me, I will know how to manage the situation.
Exactly.
Even if I'm going to borrow from somebody, if I'm going to get from, somewhere, at least I still have something that I can call my own. I will plan on it.
Yes.
As we are talking, majority of us could not afford to eat, not to talk of transporting ourselves to work.
Okay, now what is the statement that the Ekiti State University Senior Staff Association is sending to the government of Ekiti State in respect of the outstanding?
Very simple. Number one, we want to appreciate the good work of Mr. Governor. He's our brother. He's one of us. No doubt about it. We want to appreciate the effort made so far by the body of alumni. We want to appreciate the Chancellor. We want to also appreciate the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council. We are aware that the thing degenerated to the level of sending letter through council to government in respect of what they are owing us. It's as bad as that. I want to ask the member of public, the governor of Ekiti State should investigate how many subventing institutions they are still owing December 2023 and January 2024 subvention in the Ekiti State. Because we are considerate. Because some of them over there might not be part of EKSU. They are not stakeholders. So, even we have some of them that are supposed to be a member of our alumni, but by one way or the other, they couldn't make it. That does not translate that you should now, drop back the developmental, things happening in Ekiti State University. What we are begging the governor is to investigate and to please ask the appropriate organ of the government, the ministry, the finance, the accountant general, to look at their record and do the needful, so that we can get our salary, and so that everything that's supposed to be paid to us in terms of arrears, of our deductions, in terms of allowances, will be paid. And all things being equal, they have been enjoying the chemistry of relationship. They have been enjoying the synergy, and we want to continue to do so. You understand? We want to maintain that synergy and ensure that, like I mentioned, go and check. I don't know the university that can say it can beat us in the recent time in terms of stable academic calendar. Have you ever heard that they shut down EKSU gate? No, we don't.
Are you giving government any ultimatum to?
We cannot give government ultimatum. We are giving our manager Diola Nepekun ultimatum. We are giving a Diola Nepekun ultimatum. I knew I don't have the capacity of becoming the vice chancellor, and what I think I can do is by applying to be the chairman of SSANU, which of course I am. And I should tell those people that elected me that they did not make mistake. I have told them pacify this and that, and the center can no longer hold.
So what is the ultimatum that you are giving? By
the special grace of God, due to financial problems, some of us cannot make it to campus. We are waiting for the management to pay our June salary in July. Today is 10, so that we'll be able to at least have something in stomach. Are you aware that there are some of us, and we buried one of us, a principal assistant registrar who's supposed to be deputy registrar last month. He has already applied to be deputy registrar. Slum in the office.
He's slumped?
Yes! How many members of that do you want me to be counting? Nearly every, and we pray that such will never happen. For that not to happen again, they should give us something to put in the stomach and to take care of our heads. When we receive a lot of June salary, they will see us on campus. We are not on strike, but there is no money to eat. There is no money to transport a member to campus.
What about at the national level, the dispute between the SSANU and the federal government?
You know, there is always negotiation. It's still on. They met 3 days ago, but we don't know the kind of what is happening to the Ministry of Education. We don't know what is happening to the Minister of Education. We don't know what is happening even to the government. I think our government should be proactive instead of being reactive. You should put your thinking cap. This thing is essential. As you are thinking of your own perquisite of office, think about the peanuts you are supposed to pay Nigerian workers. Look at the issue of minimum wage. Somebody, in his right sense, is making agitation of 62,000 naira. As this, with this kind of economy we have. Okay, let us analyze it. How many cup of rice can 62,000 naira buy? That is rice alone. Look at beans. Look at, gas. Even for those people that are using shako, you understand? Even for those people that are using firewood, and they will, through that money, they will send their children to school. You understand? They will pay rent. As they are thinking about their own emoluments, no matter how bogus it's none of our business. That is the scope of the ethics govern their own arena. That is politics. That is political appointment as workers. Who is the engine room of any nation? They need to consider us. They need to know that we also have our own life to live. They should be proactive. As they are thinking of their own, we are not saying they should not buy land, they should not buy this, they should not buy that. You understand? They should not buy SUV, you know more than I. So, they should consider us. They should give us. Let them conclude quickly about the issue of minimum wage before you see NLC again. And we are part of NLC. And when they are apparent, and when they send us an errand, we are going.
Well, thank you, Mr. Timidayo Aziz Aguda, Chairman of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, Ekiti State branch, Ekiti State University branch, for expatiating on issues between your union and the federal government, and between your union and the Ekiti State government as well. We believe that the government will take actions soon to avoid the situation where you have to go on strike.
In fact, we are sending message again to the almighty Oludotun Adetubelu. We are sending message to him. He knew the way we used to do it when he was on this side. Now that he's Director General now, he should not keep his mouth shut too. He should not keep his mouth shut. he should tell the appropriate organ that his university should not collapse. We are begging him. We are seriously begging him because we know what he can do. Is the level of his silence on this matter is unacceptable. Yes, we know governor will do the needful. He's our brother. He has given the approval. He will ensure that the approval is seriously and appropriately implemented.
Thank you very much for explaining the issues. We look forward to receiving you again in the studio, telling us how the government has cleared all outstanding bills.
Thank you very much.
People of the fountain.